Nowadays, aeronautics has become so advanced that some planes can fly at 2100 miles per hour, which is almost 4 times faster than the average cruising speed of a commercial aircraft. It is so advanced that we are a few years away from sending people to Mars. Nevertheless, there are some places on Earth where even planes don't fly. Some people might have already noticed this, especially those who check the flight routes before they board. But when you're on long-haul flights to Asia, the planes never fly over the Tibetan region. But why is that? Before we explain why commercial airlines don't fly over Tibet, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel because we have more videos coming your way. Is Tibet the new Bermuda Triangle? Tibet Autonomous Region in China, also known as the Tibetan Plateau, is a mountainous range that is sparsely populated. The average elevation of the region is over 14,700 feet. To put things into perspective, Tibet accounts for 0.2% of the entire population of China, which is why there are very few commercial flights going in and out of there. However, there are 2 international airports, Xining and Lhasa, and plenty of flights go to China and regionally from those airports. But any other airline flying to or from other destinations avoids the region completely. If you were to take a look at Asia right now and imagine planes flying across the continent, you would see a gigantic hole in the middle of it. That hole is the Tibetan region. However, the mysteries around that don't make Tibet the new Bermuda Triangle. As a matter of fact, there are a few perfectly reasonable explanations as to why airlines don't fly over Tibet. It's too high to land safely. The main reason that airlines avoid this region is the average height of the terrain, which is over 4,500 meters. Of course, the average cruising altitude is much higher than this, but the emergency landing procedure requires that planes descend to 10,000 feet, so the cabin could depressurize. After the cabin is depressurized, the airplane proceeds to land at the nearest diversion airport. However, the nearest diversion airports in Tibet are extremely high, which makes the above scenario unfeasible. Passengers could use the oxygen masks provided during emergencies, but those have a limited supply because they are based on the assumption that the plane would quickly reach the safe altitude of 10,000 feet. Additionally, the diversion airports that exist in Tibet are not located in strategic positions, and it could take a while to reach them, depending on where the plane is located at the time of the emergency. There is a risk of increased turbulence. When you experience turbulence during flights, you are essentially experiencing air currents that are moving up and down in ripples and at different speeds. Turbulence is impacted by several different factors, some of which include weather conditions, the sun's heating effect, and mountains. Yes, mountains. And there is a lot of those in the Tibetan Autonomous Region. The issue with mountains is that air currents rise over them and create disrupting flows that can increase turbulence. Now, it's perfectly normal for turbulence to happen on any route, and many people have experienced it, but the chances of it happening in a high mountain range are significantly higher than during other regular flights. Such turbulence would probably cause panic among passengers and cause the emergency to be more dangerous than it really is. There is a risk of jet fuel freezing. It may come as a surprise that there is a risk of jet fuel freezing at 14,700 feet when the average cruising altitude is over 30,000 feet. But this can actually happen. The standard Jet A1 fuel has a freezing point of -52.6 degrees Fahrenheit and -40 Fahrenheit for Jet A, which is more common in the United States. These temperatures are rarely reached for extended periods, but the temperatures over mountainous terrains, such as the Tibetan region, can get very low, and that can increase the risk of jet fuel freezing. Again, there are planes that fly in and out of the region, but those are all shorter flights. However, long-haul flights over the area are different and simply can't afford the risk, which is why they avoid it entirely. What about you? Have you flown in the Tibetan region? If you have, share your experience with us in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more.